Hey everybody, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Farming Simulator 17, and welcome back to Gwenddwr V2. This is exactly where we left off last episode, with one difference. I did cut in a third headland. I made one more lap around. And we got our baler rented, and we've got, I brought the bobcat over from the pig farm, so let's get this thing out of the way. Let's get this backed up. And we'll get started. Man, it is a Monday. It's a Monday for both of us. Normally, I record a video in the morning, and then I render it in the afternoon on another system, and then I upload it overnight, make it public the following day. I've gotten in the bad habit of doing these all at once, recording, rendering, and uploading within just a couple hours. That's what we're going to do today. So it's Monday for me, and it's Monday for you. And we'll get started here, and I'll tell you, it's been a hell of a Monday for me. It's been very interesting. All right, so we'll get this thing out of the way. Now, we may need to move this because I don't think there's clearance on the side there between the edge of the header and where our baler is going to have to go. And you can also hear, some landscapers outside. It is Monday morning. The landscapers come on Monday, so they're outside doing what they do. But you know what? I got to thinking. I was going to delay recording this video until they're done. But then I got to thinking, you know what? There's just great big mowers, right? There's just great big mowers outside. And so let's just add that sound into the recording and say that is some type of activity happening over at the neighbor's farm. Maybe? Does that work? I don't know. Mostly I just need to get this done. I couldn't wait any longer. But as I said, I'll tell you about that once we get rolling. All right, so we'll get this moved out of the way here, and we'll go hop in the Fiat, which is over at the main farm, which is where our leased baler is. So we'll get that parked up, set the brake, hop out, and we'll run around here. No teleporting, of course. Man, I've seen YouTubers on big farms that don't teleport. I have seen them have, they've got quads, they've got gators, they use the farm pickup, right, the farm truck. They really keep it immersive, and when you see like 4 or 5 pieces of self-propelled kit out in a field, like what they need to do to get all that stuff out there and then to get it all back, because they don't teleport. So kudos to them, man. YouTubers that deliver equipment on flatbed trailers, and they don't drive a combine from one field to another. They put it on a flatbed and haul it there. And I don't think you would necessarily do that for every trip, right? Certainly you would do that for long trips, but I don't think you do that for every trip. But it's nice to see that kind of immersion. I do like the farm sim community, and I do like seeing all the different ways that people play this very simple. And in some ways, it's getting to be kind of an old game. I mean, 17 is only, 4 years old? As far as release date. I know the year is only 3 years old, but the game was released, I want to say about 4 years ago. Yeah, fall of 2016. And it's not by any means dated, but it is kind of an old game, and it's fascinating to see all the things that players do to, I don't know, sort of keep it alive, bring life to it, make it exciting and interesting. I love it. I really do. So we're going to get these rows, we're going to deal with these rows and make a little bit of room in this field. Once we have some room, then we're going to probably put our combine harvester on smart lengths. Not this episode. I'll do it off camera. Put that on smart lengths and get the rest of this barley brought in, and then off camera as well, I will deal with that other field. Right. A little bit of baling. Here we go. So this thing does not... Oh, this is from the straw harvest pack, by the way. And it cost us $6,000 to rent. Ugh. But that's okay. That's okay. It's all going to work out. And I don't think we have to unfold this. We do have to set our bale size to 1.3 meters. And I think that's it. We turn it on. We pull up here a little further so we don't get a pickup full of gravel. Drop that. And here we go. So yeah, it was $6,000 to rent this, and I believe 8 straw bales. If we were to buy 8 straw bales, I think that would be $5,000 or $6,000 as well. Yeah, it's like $5,000 for hay, $5,000 for straw, and $15,000 for silage. So as long as we get 8 straw bales out of this field, this baler has paid for itself. I suspect we're going to get probably about 20, maybe 25. And as slow going as it's been as far as using the 8 straw bales that we bought for the pig farm, right? We've used 2 of those all summer, right? So I think we're going to be okay, at least on the pig side for now. And on the dairy side, I think we're going to be okay. What I'm curious about is if our pig operation grows as it did on the Western Shore. There were days on the Western Shore where I was throwing in 2 or 3 bales in a single day. So if it grows like that, if we ever end up with 400 pigs, as we did on the Western Shore, which we immediately sold. I mean, we didn't keep them for any length of time. But if we ever did end up with that many pigs, I think we would need quite a few straw bales. So I don't think there's anything wrong. Need to creep just a little bit here. Creep. Come on. There we go. So we'll empty that. I think the dairy is going to be okay, but we'll have to monitor the pig farm and see how fast we go through straw if we ever grow it out that big. I also realized that we converted all of our grass fields over to other things. We have 2 small grass fields left, maybe 3. Regardless, they're small. Whether we have 2 or 3 left, they're small. And we can buy hay bales for the sheep, but if we get the dairy going, we'd be buying hay for both the sheep and the cows, and then at some point we would need to make TMR. So you know what I mean? We got corn, we've got we'll see. Now we do have 12 canola fields, and we don't need those all to be canola. So what we could do is maybe convert some of our canola fields, some of our arable fields back to grass and make more hay. Well, we'll plant grass and we'll use it for both hay and hang on, concentrate. We'll use it for hay, like hay to feed the animals. We'll also use it for hay for TMR. But we'll do that next spring at the earliest. I don't think we need to worry about it quite this soon. So yeah, this map is, I don't know, surprisingly busy and complex. There's quite a bit to do and quite a bit to think about. And I'm still amazed that we're making money. I mean, the only debt that we have right now is the money that we just borrowed to buy the combine harvester, but I believe we can cover a lot of that by selling canola. So we're not terribly far in debt. We own a ton of fields. We've got some good equipment. We own our combine harvester now, so we never need to lease that again. So yeah, it's a very cool map, and I am enjoying it. I don't like to talk about other maps when I'm on a map, but I will mention that I haven't seen anything about the Western Shore. It was supposed to be out, I heard 6 to 8 weeks, but that was, oh, there goes my voice. How did we do? 8 minutes. I heard 6 to 8 weeks, but that was, it's got to be several months ago. So, you know what? Everything is a little topsy-turvy right now. I'm not upset or anything. I'm just curious where it is. And I did save our save game. Now, I'm told that V2.0 or V1.1 or whatever Bullet Bill ends up calling it will require a new save game, and that's fine. But something very cool about 17, if you're on 17 right now, is you know all the mods, for the most part, other than things like maps, for the most part, the mods are stable. So if you save a game, like in this case, we have our old save game from the Western Shore from several months ago, but nothing's different. So if we were to fire it up, we don't need to chase down any mods or update any mods. Nothing's going to be broken or dysfunctional, right? And that is kind of an advantage of 17, is that it's sort of stable. You know, it's a stable version of the game, and the mod content is stable as well. So I'm going to, let's do this. Let's lift the pickup, and then I'm going to pull up here past the New Holland. All right, pull up right about here. Stop here. Set the brake. Hop out here. Sneak around behind the hedge. Oh, carefully. Hop in here. Brakes off. And let's back this thing up. Back into this. Let's go all the way back into the corner. All right, why not? Let's get it all the way out of the way. All right, so we get all the way back here, like so. Beautiful. Turn that off. Set brake, hop out, back to the Fiat, over the header again, back to the Fiat. And then the next thing, let's just back up the MB track while we're here, right? Because this is a little tight coming through here as well. Let's just back this up. Why not? You know, we'll do it right. All right, so we hop in here. All right, brake is off. Thrower in reverse. We'll back this up as well. So I think we'll be covered on straw bales. Now, I found this out from a real farmer. I was curious about bales lasting a long time. And I guess Western Shore was where it sort of came to light, because with seasons, you can lose bales if they get wet, but you never just lose them over time. And I was curious, how long can a bale last? And I thought it would be like, I don't know, 1 year maybe, a season. And I was told, no, if you control the humidity and the temperature of them, and if you make sure like no mice get into them or anything, rats, raccoons, etc., that bales can last for years. And I did not know that. So that makes me not feel so bad if we have bales that are going to carry over for a couple of years in game. I don't feel like that's completely immersion braking. Right, drop the pickup right there. Cruise control on. Here we go. And I'm trying to think what else is going on. In Farm Sim world, I have the Farm Sim Discord. I don't know, whatever it is, the little SDK, the API, call it what you will. I have it installed on my Discord, and so I see announcements from Giants, and I continue to be amazed. It seems like all developers, now I get it. It's capitalism. It's money. You know, you're running a business. You've got to make money. You got bills to pay. I get it. Not hating on you at all. But it's fascinating to me to see Giants really, they've got this sort of relentless drive to turn the Farm Simulator franchise into some type of a competitive something. I don't know what they're doing or why. Well, no, I take that back. I know exactly what they're doing, and I do know why. They're going for that Rust crowd. They're going for that Minecraft, Fortnite crowd. I don't know. But I have never thought of this game as competitive in any way. It's difficult for me to even think of it as cooperative because I've never really had good luck with multiplayer. And that's strictly like my experience. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with multiplayer on Farm Sim. I know people do it and they have a great time doing it. I just personally have never had good luck like coordinating it all and getting all the right people in the same place at the same time and consistency and everything else. I would like to, and maybe I'll be able to sort out those details at some point and get another multiplayer server going. But for me, it's like the game is not quite even a co-op thing, and that you would take it one step further and try to make it a competitive thing. It's like, all right, hey, you do you, Giants. You do what works for you. I think that's just business. That's just gaming in 2020. You know, you get a big staff, and you gotta keep the lights turned on. You gotta pay that payroll. You gotta make as much money as you can. And you know, there's nothing wrong with a game evolving in a direction other than the direction I think it should evolve in. Because you know what? It's not my company, and I'm only one player. So to say, you know, I don't think Farm Sim is competitive or should be competitive, yeah, well, that's just one person's opinion, and I don't run the company. It could be that that's what the fan base really wants, and you know, just because it's not my thing doesn't mean it can't be somebody else's thing or a lot of people's thing. You know, that really is how people want to play the game. But for me, this has always been kind of a super chill, almost like kind of a solitary, like a meditative kind of game. You know? Play it at your own speed. Just enjoy yourself. It's very relaxing. It's gardening. It really is. This is how we garden in 2020. Or at least it's how I garden in 2020. But I do love this game. I really do. And I think 17 is going to be my favorite for a while. Unless the next one is really radically different. I think I'm sticking with 17. And yeah, I think that's about all I got for Farm Sim. Man, it's a Monday. It's a Monday. I sat down to record. I told you I was trying to beat the landscapers, so I sat down very early this morning, and I was about 10 minutes in, and the fire alarms in the building started going off. And it's weird to live in a high-rise when you hear those fire alarms. This will be the third high-rise condo I've lived in. And the first couple times you hear the fire alarm, this is the first, I don't know, the first little while I lived in a building like this a while back. The first time you hear it, it's like, oh, you know, I should probably be responsible. Maybe, I don't know, put my shoes on, find my coat, right? Put my, hang on, let's back up a little bit here. Get the pickup set again. You know, maybe grab my important paperwork and, you know, just in case. I'm not like rushing out the door or anything, but just in case. Just in case. And then you go through a few of them, and it's like, yeah, no, it's nothing. It's never anything. Which is probably how people get jacked up in fires, but let's try not to be too grim. Let's try not to be too morbid on a sunny Monday morning. So, you know, when it happens, if they haven't turned off in a few minutes, I went out on the balcony and took a look down toward the front of the building. I didn't see any fire trucks, so I knew it was either a malfunction or a test or whatever, but they went off for like an hour. Oh, and it's so loud. Fortunately, I have really good noise-canceling headphones, so I was able to just about mute it into the background with those. But I also realized I was losing quite a bit of time, and by the time the fire alarm stopped, the landscapers were here. So it's been, you know what I mean? What time is it? It's 3 minutes after 10 on a Monday morning, and I'm already on that struggle bus. But you know what? I try to keep it in perspective, and I realize all around the world there are plenty of people that would really love to trade places with me today. What's the biggest problem you have today? Oh, your YouTube video recording session is being inconvenienced by a malfunctioning fire alarm. Oh, that's terrible. You want to trade? So, nope. I'm a very fortunate person, and if that's the worst thing that happens to me today or this week, nothing to get upset about. All right, pickup is down. We got the end of this one across the bottom there. Now we're getting, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We might get like 10 or 12 bales just out of these headlands, these 3 headlands, which would certainly put us on pace for 20 plus bales from this field. And like I said earlier, I think that's going to cover the pigs for a while, unless or until we end up with a lot of pigs like we did on Western Shore. And the dairy really doesn't go through a ton of straw. Or again, it didn't on the Western Shore. This geomod may be configured slightly differently. But I think we're going to be okay on straw. And every straw bale we don't have to buy is more and more value that we got from leasing this baler. So I think we did a good thing. And we're going to be okay on money. Most of our canola is going to go to pig food. But I think we'll still have enough to sell to maybe get out of debt. It'd be a nice way to end the year in-game. There we go. Nice way to end the year is by the time we get to late winter, early spring, that we are able to pay our loan down to 0. And on the first day of spring next year, we own all of our equipment free and clear. We own all of our fields free and clear. And all we need to do is make baby pigs, right? Take wool down to market and deliver milk. And this is 17. I think, well, I know Bullet Bill tends to put the stop milk sale mod into his map, so you do have to sell milk manually. But I think for this map, if we're not running the stop milk sale mod, I think our milk may sell automatically every night at midnight. And that would certainly save us a lot of trips. Even though it's a small map, that would save us some trips, and it would spare us the expense of buying a milk trailer. So we'll see when we get the dairy open. We have to see when to open the dairy as well. Talked about that last episode. If our cows aren't going to make milk until next spring anyway, there's no point buying them and feeding them over the winter. Unless We have to buy and feed them over the winter if we want them to calve in the spring. So what I'm saying is I don't know if we buy dairy cows like on the last day of winter. I don't know if they will calve or if they need to be like in your possession over the winter. That's all that season stuff. I should know this, and I've certainly spent enough time with the game. I should know this, and yet I don't. But if anything, that's kind of fun because it makes the game, it's kind of a surprise every time I play it. It's like I get to learn new things about it that maybe I should know, but I don't. All right, so we'll get this. Oh, we got one more. Hang on. We got one more headland here, and this is a little bit more than a 90-degree turn, so let's get this squared off as well, and then we'll go across the top here and get this last length. And we've certainly got enough room to maneuver now. We have the combine harvester and the trailer pulled well over to the side, so I think we've got enough room to maneuver the Bobcat and the bale trailer. And our bale trailer, I said that right? Our bale trailer is really small. It's that little Flegel. I think it holds, I want to say 10. Yeah, 6 on the first course, 4 on the next course, and then if you want, you can put 2 more on top. But I don't think we could reach up that high with the Bobcat. We could probably get that high with a telehandler or a wheel loader, but I don't think we can get that high with the Bobcat. And as far as loading, you'll see when we get hooked up here, I'm going to do a little hybrid. It is an auto load trailer, but I don't always auto load. Not when I'm recording and not when I'm playing off camera. I do like picking up bales. This is going to sound weird. I do like picking up bales, but I don't necessarily like stacking them. It can be a little tedious. I find the bale physics to be challenging, to say the least. All right, so we're going to park this up here and drop. We're going to pull forward and go get our bale trailer. How are we doing on time? 22 minutes? Yeah, we'll just grab a few bales and get them onto the trailer. Then we'll call it. All right, backing up into the lane. That's not the button I wanted. What? All right. What do we want? Where's our, That's what we want. Oh, my muscle memory for this game is not what it used to be. All right, here we go. So right down here, where do we leave it? Yep, same place it's always been. We've only, I think, all we've ever used it for. Yeah, we used it to bring some fertilizer and seed to the farm. One of the first episodes before I realized there, at the very least, there's fertilizer at the farm. I don't think we ever found seed down here. And we brought bales to the pig farm, and that's all we've ever used our little trailer for. Other than that, it's been parked up for quite a while. So it's where we left it, right over here. There it is. Yeah, this holds 10 bales. Carefully. This holds 10 bales, and I think we'll need to fill it maybe 2 or 3 times. And let's take, for now, we bought 8 for the pig farm, 8 straw bales, and I think we have at least 6 still over there. So let's take the first load of 10 over to the pig farm. Then we'll bring 1 load of 10 here to the dairy, and then everything after that can go to the pig farm, however many there are. So we'll have probably 2x to 3x as many bales over there as we have here. I think that'll be about right. All right, let's pull this in, and I guess the top of the field is going to be the flattest place for it. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And we might have enough room, except for that bale that's right in the way. We might have enough room to make this turn. This thing is pretty short. Can we do this? We certainly can. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to pull this right over here. And we're going to do this. We're going to stop. All right. We're going to set the brake. We want round bales. That is set. And then we want universal auto load work mode on. All right. And we're just going to leave that right there. Go hop in the Bobcat. How we doing? 25 minutes? Yeah, it should be just about right. So this is my hybrid technique for loading bales with an auto loader. And I feel like it's the best of both worlds. You do pick things up manually and you have that, you know, you get to chase bales around. So you get that. But you don't have to spend forever stacking them, and you don't have to worry about knocking your pile off. That's always, oh, that's the worst. That's the worst. And I guess the best way to avoid that is just to keep your straps. Every time you get a bale on there approximately where you want it, hop off and reset the straps. So yeah, there's workarounds. But I feel like this is, for me, this is the best compromise. And it's fast, but it's also fun. All right. So we're going to hop right in here. All right. Brakes off. Lift this up a little bit. ZTR. All right, let's head over to our... Can we pivot this all the way down? Yeah. Be a good, safe, responsible farmer. Let's head over and pick up some bales and we'll call it. I am enjoying this map. I really am. It's been months since we started this map. And I can't even remember. I want to say somebody told me about it. Yeah, maybe in a comment? I don't know. Discord? I don't know. I feel like somebody told me about this map. And I'm really glad they did. I enjoy it. And it's a perfect follow-up to Western Shore that was so big and, I don't know, a lot of driving. And this map is really kind of compact. Just has a great feel to it. So the first bale I want to get rid of is this one right by the gate. Obviously, we'll get that out of the way. Give ourselves a little bit more room to work. And then we'll start from the top, start from the bottom. I don't know. Oh, we'll figure it out. Right through here. Can we get it from this side? I think we can. So we want this right about here somewhere. Level that off. Now, do I not? I thought I had the tool height mod running, but I don't see it down there. I'll have to take a look in my mods. We were using that on Western Shore, were we not? I want to say we were. All right. Spear that. We'll head over this way. And I do try to stay out of the trigger and, like I said, do this proper. Because if you were to just drive alongside the trailer with a bale on there, in fact, I'll do it on the next one. I'll show you the hokey way. But if we were just to drive anywhere into the trigger without trying to line it up at all, it would still grab it. And I feel like that's, you know what I mean? It's not really the spirit of the exercise. All right, so right there. Get that right about there. All right. Like so. Yeah, without lining it up at all, if we just come through here. Still grabs it. But what fun is that? And I think I see one in the hedge right over here. So let's grab this one and we'll call it. Because this is still the top of the field. Now, what is... we can grab this one from the side. You can stab a bale from the side, can you not? Let's stab this like so. Clip egg. Like so. There we go. So we'll stab that. We'll back up. We'll back up. And I'm going to leave this in this sort of orientation right here. All right. Don't, sir. Don't roll away. And we're going to get flipped around here. Right about there. we'll get this dropped off and we'll call it. Yeah, so this worked out. Where are we at? Yeah, there's 30 minutes right there. Perfect. It all worked out. So I will, let me get the rest of these bales and, how do we want to do this? Let's get this dropped off. Oh, carefully. I don't necessarily want to harvest that big field across the lane. I don't necessarily want to do that next episode, but I'm trying to think where we would go after that. I guess corn? Yeah. So maybe I will finish all this barley off camera, and then next episode we'll be harvesting corn. Or canola. I don't know. There we go. Hop out there, and we'll call it. Thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 17. This is Gwenddwr V2. And see you next time. Take care now.